along the way, the phone's battery stopped at 97% for no clear reason. It was a tiny fluctuation, never meant to be recorded. Yet this program gathers only those small, meaningless shifts. Meaning optional.
I want to start talking about what I noticed today. I'm talking pretty openly here, so it might sound really biased. What I thought was heard was a pretty extreme personality. So if people think I'm saying this is good or bad is a judgment, I'm giving it that impression. So I'm pretty twist or biased. Basically, I only likes and dislikes. What I'm talking about here is there are really strong likes and dislikes. I'll move on to the next reason. I noticed it while watching TV today, and there are times when I really want to watch something again, no matter what. I rewind sometimes, but the second time never goes well. I found out why people see something their feelings move, but when you watch it a second time, you get used to it, so they don't move. You are able to see it carefully the second time, but the fact that it gets boring means that I don't get satisfied just because I can see it well or hear it well. It's about recognizing that I thought it it's interesting or moving just now. The mind itself thinks it's interesting or moves. Do you get it? When you say it, if it's fun, you just think simply like that. Humans move their minds their way, but it's not that. If I'm moved by seeing something, I think that was good. On the other hand, even if I can see it well, if my mind doesn't move at all, I get used to it, so it doesn't move. In my case, when I see it a second or third time, I should be able to see it better than the first time, but I get used to it. My mind that doesn't move, I recognize that my mind and recognize that recognition. So it recognizes that it's boring because my mind isn't moving, even though I can see it better than the first time. So the mind is just feeling that this body is feeling fine. It's just an observer. The mind is that other animals have a much weaker mind parts than humans, so they don't have things like I'm having fun doing this right now. Anyway, they are busy enough to just staying alive, so they probably don't think it's yummy during meals. And even if males is a female, he doesn't think she's cute. He only is a living baby in his head, or rather, he doesn't even that's ideas. I'm looking at before. It's totally different from human feeling. This is continuation or what I talk about first, but even so, I'm talking about being pretty careful. But today I was watching a video of Hikaru Utada when she was young. She sang Japanese songs are uncool. In her case, the example is bit bad, but I'm a bit jealous of people who can talk openly like this without caring about what others think, without showing any condition. She just simply said Japanese songs are not good. Even if some people in the world might say something back to that, nobody around there say anything. And the example just now is bad. But it's a bit frustrating. I was saying the exact same things just before, but I was being very careful and talking nicely that I'm doing it with this morning. But Hikaru Utada carried one bro Taro Kokase to so for me, and that's true too. I don't feel satisfied even if I judge food something is good or bad. I don't think it means much because people only think you think so. So when I see people arguing, I think it means nothing at all. They just call the other person names and they deny them. But that's just one person's opinion. It's just that way of looking at it. So who you really hated the other person that feels shallow and feels meaningless. I wonder how they can be happy with that when I talk about something I hate, who I just simply hate it. I say I hate it. When it's something I really can't understand, it doesn't mean much. People just take it as you think so. So I think a lot. Now this is what I noticed while thinking about the show name. There are similar philosophers who left their religion or think life is no meaning, and having you all been hit by a feeling of emptiness, like what's the point of doing this? Or what's the meaning of life? Philosophers like Nietzsche and others who talk about God also feel meaning life at first. Nietzsche is in a religion at first. The meaning we thought should be there or used to be there disappeared. He's in a panic and fighting like, what should I do now? That's where philosophy starts. It's probably the same for everyone, even if they aren't a philosopher. You live a religion, then you'd go, what should I do now? For most people, emptiness, an enemy they face first. They think, but how to get over it, and they make up a story game after throwing one way. So they try to fill the blank space with something. But for me, the fact that the world is no meaning is just like the weather. For me, it's just the background. Usually people look for a new chance, but for me, for example, if the room cold, I don't panic. I just think then I should just wear more clothes. That's my stance. There's no meaning. So that's how I left. When I left my religion, it was normal for me. Until then, I had taking the fake story of religion from the front. But after that, it was only about how I could keep moving myself without breaking this daily life. To use that room as an example, most people either run to something that saves them or give up, which means that they lose hope. But philosophers like Nietzsche, I just mentioned, are panic because what should be in the room isn't there. It's not natural because what should be there isn't there. So they try to do something. In my case, it feels like the room itself was there from the start, but whether this interpretation is right or not, I'll talk about it again after this. But I don't lose hope, and I haven't found hope again that. But even though the philosopher end up looking for a new hope or ideal, or some philosopher lose hope. So I thought maybe I'm one and that's philosopher too, but you don't always fit in a one that's right. Human ways of looking are all different, but I feel really bad. Who there's even a 1% chance that I'm stepping in a place where even those historical great and philosopher have stepped. It's just strange, and I'm not happy at all because even if I did that, I can't get any spotlight, and I want to be remembered by real world as a philosopher. It's just frustrating because I'm living that way. I'll end up fighting without getting any spotlight right. On the other hand, I didn't run to a way out, but I'm not living like that philosopher, or I don't live looking up to philosophers. And if I follow what the philosopher said, I'll be making a new story, like a new fiction again. I'm neither. But the question came up then, why do normal people go to lost hope or hope? Why don't they live looking up to philosophers? That question came up. By the way, Nietzsche's way of thinking is that after you throw away meaning, you make a new value yourself. They say this is too heavy. Usually people can't do this. And then what am I? Far from making a new value, I haven't made a new value. This is the same as other people, and what's different from other people is that I didn't run away out or anything there right. It's strange. I'm really strange. Why I can live like this is really strange. Usually people break who they don't go way out, so they go to the way out and they look for another religion or run to spiritual things. For me, it triggers my breakdown and the energy that's heat up, built up, because a way out heals you, right? It gives you a good feeling. There's reaction to that, right? That breaks me. I've thrown away the ups and down feelings. Also, losing hope means you still live, meaning giving up also means you think meaning is still there. You're still feeling meaning in life. You still idea. Hope to also there's no way person who is not religion for 20 years can lose meaning and to make a new religion or a new meaning gain, right? It's the same as Nietzsche. So Nietzsche's way, Nietzsche makes a new value. I can't do that. The story drifts a bit, but talking about heating up, Ichiro never shows a smile during game even when he hit, though I don't know, but it's normal life. That's what it is. If he shows his feelings there, goes yes, I hit it. The energy blow up. In short, it's feeling with he know it's bad for him, so he separates. It's the same thing in life. I tie myself up to protect myself, but even a bit a way out, meaning hope get there, it will be a big deal. This is the same as Ichiro Red drift from a story from a bit here. Really, compared to before, maybe I lost interest in food, but time-wise, even though I can look up different things, that maybe my interest became a bit weaker than before. Yes, lately I haven't been looking up about food much. I feel frustrated about that. And I think it's bad like this timing is bad. I wonder if I get hot easily and cold easily, or food things as interested in for years suddenly disappear. The features scary this personality itself. Also before at a religious meeting a person who is really nice to me suddenly glared at me. At the time, I wonder if I should gone up to them after the meeting and asked directly, did I do something rude? This is when I was washing my hand. I think I imagined it for a moment. Yes, it was when I was washing my hand. I remember what things, but thinking about it again, I was putting too much pressure on myself. After all, and I thought I had be like this, or I was trying to become something. I was trying to be someday. After I became nihil, all the pressure is stripped off. But usually people go, then I don't care about life anymore, right? Because all the body you had until then are stripped away. But I didn't give up. This is strange too, but I did try hard in my own way. Even if I say try hard, it's not just a little bit. It's 24-hour effort. What I'm talking about new is the total result of 24 hours, 365 days for 10 years. Hikaru Utada was just like I thought. It seemed serious listening to always R&B hip hop, but of course he probably made it closer to pop. But people in the world probably just listen to the surface part and think it's good just by a feel. What Hikaru Utada wanna do? Of course, I don't know either, but there's not that right. People in the world don't get even 90% of what Hikaru Utada wanna do. It's not different from calling it overparent. Hikaru Utada herself is wonderful. Does it become a kind of overvaluation? They say it's wonderful without knowing the real value, but value might just be what people in the world like after all. They call it art piece. They don't get the real value, but it's artist dilemma. Every artist probably is that. It's ironic they can make money unless they do that. So artists shouldn't succeed too much commercially because they won't be able to do what they want to do. That's how much it leans toward commercialism. The more you try to make something people in the world can understand, the more the art level goes down. Some people might have both luck and skill, but also Hikaru Utada, it seems, he is trying to sell in American first. So I think everyone is different things that they carry. They probably trick themselves to. Everyone try to believe that is life is good. They might not be lying to themselves or others, but I saw live video before, and there's a conflict. For some reason, unlike TV music shows, I my own rule that I shouldn't rewind live videos, but depending on the condition, it's okay to rewind. So it's complicated. I want to rewind, but what if I do it this time? I do bad feeling many times by rewinding until now. So I feel like something bad happened. I get super negative thought. By the way, when I said we could see Hiroshima Stadium close up during the school trip. The videos showed Koshien Stadium, and I said like this, but they thought that was Hiroshima Stadium. They really don't listen to me. It's terrible. I let it go. Though my way to get rid of stress is strange. I got sleepy, so I was watching Chiba Lotte cheers at away stadium. I don't know how to say it. I don't geeky hobbies. I don't the same hobbies as a missed I just off, and it's different from the computer hobbies that people with disability. By the way, to talk about that while I'm at it, I'm too strict, or maybe my feelings are pain big, or I'm too strict. I just focus on nobody's not strict. Daichi Dharma. Do you know Daichi Dharma? His guy whose legs rot while he was meditating. I'm too strict too. So I was sitting when I was sitting the whole time there was brought even my underwear was. I forget that. Also, when people talk about trips that end death, I don't understand at all why it's Hiroshima and Kyoto. It's been a question of mine for a long time. I regret up now. It's because you can study peace history. Then why do history and peace have to be there? There are tons of things for humans to dream. Why is every school the same, right? If every school in Japan has decided that way, I understand, but it seems that's not the case. So I don't understand at all. No peace. Why do they suddenly bring out a nice word there? Just for the school trip, they don't emphasize peace much in normal class. So why do they make even science students study history? Place like Riken would be fine. Going to Sony is impossible. Visiting some company, shifting the story a bit. I wanna go to crematorialism. I'm curious about how it works. Crematorium. In elementary school, the trash brand is fun. Also, inside a police station, a prison no good. Walking around a bad neighborhood a bit, going to a rich neighborhood, isn't that a better school trip? Watching a restaurant kitchen, doing a bit tea ceremony, because even when you go to Kyoto and study history, you just hear some hard story. That's all you remember. Also, I found out it's just nice word. Actually, there's place, but hotel that will take on them. This is important, and it's easy to go by Shinkansen. These conditions are not met. That's the reason. I knew that from the start. Also, because they have been doing it since a long time ago. That's kind of what do you call that? They just haven't thought about it well. They think they should do that. Also, they can use peace study as a easy reason. Also, teacher will know how. Also, travel company can see it easily that way. It feels like all the bad part of the world are gathered together in this way are deciding there's no problem with Kyoto and Hiroshima themselves though. No, but food yesterday's leftovers. The top part of the chicken and egg bowl and also that citrus and young people it tastes like usually also cabbage and it felt like the first time maybe because there was pork in it it was good. Cucumber is good when it's pickled at home. Also, lately, I wonder why I care about health this much. I stopped eating paste. It was just a natural fruit, but I forgot that too. And it feels like it's fine to eat pasta or something. I try not to eat rice. But around the time I quit, I was eating quite a large amount. There's a lot at home too. And I quit because I thought it was bad for my health, but I care about health too much. I wonder if I can do it strictly, but I'm super strict. For lunch, it's just tofu. It makes me feel like what am I doing? Also, during the day or when I was sleeping at night, did I scratch my body too much? It's hurt right where I sit. It hurt and it's itchy. It's itchy even after I sleep. When I scratch again, sleeping is pretty tough for me. Whole body right now. I'm recording all night. I got anxious about how to stream, so I looked up various things again. And it's this the first time I thought once I start looking it up, it will be big deal. But my way is so unique, so I was looking up how I can do it more efficiently. Also, I thought so. This is what more haste, less speed means. I scratched my body while sleeping, went downstairs to wash my hands, but I went to the toilet first, and I have to wash both hands today too. But but I went to the toilet. Yeah, it's no good. It's like both my hands are blocked. That this kind of things happens quite a bit. I'm too hasty. Yes, that's why. That's exactly why I try to stick to my usual routine. I have this side, so I sometimes this hasty side comes out. Usually it takes more time. Name in my case, and the checking work takes time. So with all time, this that once I went to sleep, well, I probably miss being in this house in the future. When I thought that, I get that people usually don't think about this much. I think I'll talk about it right now, because a part mistake, no matter how you struggle after that, it drags and makes your life straight. It's tough, well, but you just have to go with the situation you are giving. You just have to accept it. But for example, you become a right criminal because that past problem, even though you worked hard and got in a good pieces of work, but because that past mistake is get ruined at good point. Even so, you struggle and work hard, and a new problem comes up again. It goes that happens. It's tough, right? Actually, member of Southern Idol group to put in that situation. It seems, but I thought again that life is living hell. Even though I realize that this is what life is, and it's annoying to live like this. Now this is continuation, continuation, or what I was talking about before. To use share as an example, when you stop feeling the meaning of life, you put a different decoration on it. You just start lining up for furniture on the shelf to make life better, or forward looking at story for 70 years. I don't do that. I didn't draw a story like hope for the future, but even so, I'm doing my daily life properly properly properly. I deny meaning 100%, but I can use 100% or my energy for what's right in front of me. Usually people who have no hope at all shouldn't be able to do this. Usually, when meaning disappears, you can't move. Also, you can only make up argument. This is only very annoying. For example, even though it's proven by a math theorem called the incompleteness theorem, that there's no absolute. Many people make up strange argument. They are tricking themselves that way. That's a natural way the human brain works. I don't think that's bad. But when I say it's, of course I feel bad, because I'm fighting there. It's a fight with myself, though I'm doing it disappear or act widely. There's no heat, which means I live with normal temperature. Usually, when people lose hope, they get active or start acting with heat, because the reaction to losing hope, like you do that, you go toward losing hope again because of reaction. What philosophers are doing, I don't mean to criticize philosophers at all, but the meaning that should be there disappears, and they try to face it or lose hope. That's what it is. But for me, I found that humans are just animals, and I didn't panic at all. The effort not to break myself, emptiness, the huge gravity, right? The defense against that, what I usually do. Why that effort is something, something, something philosopher don't do, because normal people put decoration like meaning or fun or life to feel safe, but I do experience where it's broke once. The religion I did for 20 years, so even if I line up these decorations, I knew deep in my bones that it can't stop my breakdown. I knew it. So the sheriff I mentioned, it's like I took the sheriff out of the room. I erased the place to put meaning. I said it was there from the start before, but I think that expression is wrong. I start talking down the shelf meanings since around the time I left my religion. Little by little, philosophers think, let's put up shelf up meaning and put decoration. We made ourselves on it. They cry, but nothing be the shelf roots hope. It's different from the roots of hope that person in the world think of. Though the roots of hope people in the world think it's back of course hope. Some philosophers were losing hope too, but after you lose the shelf of meaning, after you lose the shelf called meaning, what left is very reality is emptiness, where you get curious there and stop even for a moment thinking you don't care. You can never move again. So as an effort to move myself, I gave myself a routine route with absolute no mistakes. That's how I was doing religion. But I noticed that meaning is just an illusion. And I thought maybe Nietzsche is the same. When you say a shelf doesn't exist from the start, it sounds like you're talking about birth, like you're saying you're a special person who's different from birth. But me, Nietzsche, everyone in the world believe deeply in religion or values. Both Nietzsche and I noticed that God isn't there. Everything is illusion. But right now, we are standing in a place where meaning doesn't exist. The effort which is after noticing the lie of religion. And that setup is very cold. It has too cold. Nietzsche lined up decoration he made himself in an empty shelf. So he thought humans absolutely need a meaning or powers to live. I think so too. Animals are made to hold apart a future and draw a story. People also say because effect are necessary. You need a meaning or a purpose for what's in front of me. For a life. I know that Nietzsche talk about a long life to live strongly, line up a story right. His story to try to stop the breakdown. My trying to stop breakdown is like Nietzsche not to heat up. Even if I line up a new story, I thought that kind of fake decoration can't stop my breakdown. On the other hand, Nietzsche's case, you can't call it a fake decoration, but just because you're lining up something on a shelf, you're making a new meaning there. Of course, human values don't disappear, so whether you line them up or not, I know values are there, but as a stance, as an attitude, I don't want to make a new meaning. So Nietzsche is doing something contradict itself, but I don't understand Nietzsche's philosophy are there yet. No matter how you struggle meaning, just meaning, I think, but if they say he lining things up now, shelf, he might be doing something in a much higher level than we think. I don't know. I stripped the concept of meaning from life for 7 years. I act only with my daily routine, so without making my own original story. But I'm not drunk emptiness either. I'm also avoid feeling meaning, following or worshipping a nihi philosopher. Because if I made a new topic when I broke religion in the end, it would be the same meaning as a religion days made by myself again. And I thought I just be tricked by the lie called meaning, but losing hope, saying the word is meaning. That's just being drunk on emptiness. It's just losing hope as fuel. Lose hope because energy, right? But what's past is giving up completely. So I can't live with that. If I hadn't gotten OCD, I might have given up completely, and I might not have living the way I'm not. That might have been good since I wouldn't become too nervous. But if you feel meaning following philosophers thought, your daily reality is something that goes forward, but by other people with other people words. I think that kind of things is a way out. So running to the store is not refusing to heat up, not being drunk, emptiness, refusing to go numb. In the end, being drunk, emptiness, just making your feeling numb. Also not following philosopher, my avoiding depending on things too. In the end, I broke all way out myself in the past to lose hope too. I didn't make an exit because I was born without feeling like a robot, so I didn't make a meaning. It's not that to stop the breakdown. I struggled hard as a result of effort. I stripped away meaning reached here. The current state other Nietzsche philosopher to make a meaning right, but in Nietzsche's case, it's an original meaning that he made himself, and there are also philosophers who support living, and I don't support it either. I don't read to either side after finding out the world is no meaning. After making that the premise, I didn't go back to activity of making my own original meaning. I didn't go back to the movement or making a meaning. By the way, these rules are mine. The rules of routine is not to polish myself or grow. Philosopher thought about what emptiness is, but like I said, now, first place, I threw away the shelf itself, so I don't think about meaning. I don't think about emptiness, which is a lack of meaning either from me. no matter how much people say everything, the illusion or God isn't there. At the point when you are making a meaning in your head, putting an up shelf, but the people who run to a way out religion and these philosophers are the same thing. I think people who run to way out of decoration prepared beforehand, like got a root. First of all, put the original decoration they made themselves. What they are doing is the same thing. They think they can't live unless they feel with something. People who use lots of hope as fuel are the same too. Saying live exactly because life is no meaning. Supporting life that way, running to a way out. They are both moving with the same energy of being disappointed by the fact that there's no meaning. I thought I shouldn't use the energy to be exact. I was sure of that without thinking. I think that comes from my looking at religion from the inside. For 20 years, I smashed this shelf. That's what it is. So there's no need to look for things to fill the shelf, because the shelf isn't there. What was wrecked wasn't decoration, but the ships not to be wrecked. It was root. But looking from philosophy, history, or common sense, saying Nietzsche is the same as people who depend on the way out in religion's world argument, right? I think it's strange. Nietzsche is wonderful. He kept shouting, stand on your own feet without relying on religion. So for that time, I think that was amazing. So sudden celebrity and said, I'm moving like a sudden philosopher, but he said he could move because the time moves down. There might be things like that. There might be things you can understand because it's the current time. Nietzsche is wonderful, but from my way of arriving, it looks like he's caught in the same trap. Nietzsche looks at people who run to religion as leaning on God. He was person who opened up his own body, right? But from my body, heating up your own body and having to, depending on the structure of the lie of meaning itself, is the same, because you can't maybe unless you add something to it, because there's people need heat, so they aren't able to just face that world is meaningless in the end. I wonder if the religion to the, though I don't know, it might be a religion of believing in yourself. And also people who worship philosophers think are live without running to a way out like this. Philosopher make a new thing to worship, so they are the same as when they were in religion, right? In the end, at the point when you believe in a philosopher like that, no matter how much you say you threw away meaning, I think you change the story at the point when you may make something to believe in. That's what it is. So it's very the same as starting a new religion called yourself and running there to look for a way out. So you are being tricked by a story game. There's a philosopher who is similar, a guy named Heider, but he went to politics. There are many people like that. Even if they aren't philosopher, many people to go there, many people around there. Some people there is hope, some people go to politics. And he went to politics because he was pushed by the lack of meaning. And Kafka, I looked him before, and I thought he was very similar in the world of literature, and its literature to the main character doesn't root hope over the absurdity. He just tried to live for now. That part is similar to my doing my steps, but Kafka couldn't take the absurdity and seemed to get tied down. The beauty called literature, and Camus is a person who talks about resisting the meaningless reality. But like I said, I'm drawing a story too. It's different from the philosopher. No, it's different. But while I'm talking like this, I have to explain the podcast, so it looks like I'm different from other philosophers, or it looks like smash the shelf, but I'm just trying to live without making a meaning. I'm swear of that too. I'm swear that I'm living by this routine. This is a fate because I'm a human. Sorting out my life like this itself is nothing but a story. Looking back at the past, saying I done it this way until now is drawing a story too. I have to turn the attitude itself that I don't want to store it in a story. I couldn't have states same through this long 70 years unless I turn it in a story. That's what it is. This is trap the brain, right? And then what am I? Why am I this different from normal people and philosophers? It's because they really believe in the newly made. They newly made. That might be blind belief. I don't know, but that feels like a way out. It's dramatic and it's hit. I'm exact opposite. I'm drawing a story too, but I've forgotten that it's a lie, a fiction or a defense to protect myself. I'm totally cold. It's a temporary rule so I don't break.